Good morning, students. How are you all? Fine. Okay, very good. Dear students, now is the session of business studies as normally it happens every day at this time. And in this session, I am going to proceed the same chapter with some of the new topics which I haven't discussed yet. And in the previous topics which I have discussed already, you came to learn which are equity share, preference share, or different sources of different types of owners fund. So long as borrowed fund is concerned, also we have discussed, we have explained the meaning of borrowed fund and their types in detail: debentures, public deposits, commercial banks, trade credit, etc. we have discussed. But still some of the topics are very important to discuss in the changed scenario of Indian capital market as well as the global capital market. Till now we have come to know that the equities and shares or debentures or any such a kind of financial security, it issued by a company in order to obtain different medium terms and long term finance to meet different needs, requirements of the business. But students, before 1991 in our country, the shares and debentures were issued only in Indian market, not across India. But as soon as the process of reforms started taking place in our country during 1991-1992, then the Indian companies were allowed to obtain capital from the global capital market. And foreign companies were also allowed and permitted to obtain capital from Indian market. So, in order to ensure maximum mobilization of capital across the boundaries, the concept of global capital market and global money market came into being. Thus, the Indian companies also started issuing the shares and debentures in foreign countries, in the foreign market, as well as foreign companies, foreign companies were also allowed to issue the shares and debentures in Indian capital market. Do you know, students, whatever shares and debentures are issued in order to obtain different business requirements by the companies, they are called euro issue. Thus, when you are asked what are called euro issues, then you can say that euro issues are the shares and debentures issued by Indian companies in America and other European countries. These shares and debentures can be issued only in those stock exchanges where the shares and debentures of the concerned companies are enlisted. Okay, the shares which are issued in global market are called global depository receipts, in short GDRs, and the debentures issued in global capital market are called foreign currency convertible bonds, and in short FCCB. So by issuing the GDR and FCCB, an Indian company can obtain finance, obtain capital from abroad. And students, do you know the GDR in fact are the shares issued by Indian companies in foreign market, in global market, or any other country if issues its shares in the global market, in the capital market of other country, then it will be called as GDRs. But it is important to see some silent features of GDRs which make them distinct from the equity shares. Number one, the GDRs can be issued only in those stock exchanges of different countries where they are listed. Number two, the value of one GDR happens to be equal to more than one share, which may be 2 shares or more. Number three, the holders of the GDRs are given the right, have the right to convert them into equity shares. Number four, the holders of the GDRs have no voting rights in important dissolutions of the company like equity shareholders. Number four, or the next one, the transactions of GDRs take place in denominations of US dollar. And last but not least, the holders of the GDRs get dividend, earn dividend in the same way as shareholders earn by subscribing the shares of a company. So these are basically the silent features of GDRs which make them different from equity shares issued in the domestic market. Okay, now let us see in very short what is the procedure of issuing the GDRs. First of all, the issuing company, GDRs issuing company, makes a contact with the domestic custodian bank, and this domestic custodian bank makes a contact with the overseas depository bank, and through the overseas depository bank, investors of other countries where GDRs have been issued can purchase the GDRs and they can make payment in US dollar, which will ultimately will get converted into into Indian rupees when they will be invested in the business. So it is the basic process of issuing GDRs in the global capital market. Okay, students. Now, what are the advantages of GDRs? Do you know? Number one, first of all, it reduces the deficiency of capital. Why? Because by issuing GDRs, a domestic company can obtain capital finance from abroad also. Number two, GDRs are considered to be more liquid than the equity shares because they can be easily sold to foreign investors or to any domestic investor also very easily. Number three, the reputation, the goodwill of the issuing company increases if the GDRs are issued. Number four, there happens to be low flotation cost in issue of the GDRs. Number five, there happens to be no intervention of the GDRs holders normally in managerial activities of the company because they do not have the voting rights. And the main advantage of the GDR issuing company is that it gets a global recognition because the investors from different countries come to know about the company and about its business. So these are some of the basic highlights of the securities issued in global capital market, which are called GDR, that means Global Depository Receipts, ADR, that means American Depository Receipts, and IDR, that means Indian Depository Receipts. Dear students, today I have discussed about the Global Depository Receipts, some basic highlights of the GDRs, and I hope that you will all go through this topic in detail from your textbook, and if have any queries then please contact me. Thank you very much.